Anyone who has lived here for more than a decade, this may give you big eye construction flashbacks. This is a live look at I-25 at Paseo tonight. The interstate is now closed in both directions, and it will be until Monday morning.
Crews are building the pedestrian bridge over I-25 right next to the Paseo Bridge. The state DOT says you should think about an alternative route this weekend, but says getting around the closure on the frontage road shouldn't be too bad.
If you can go around it, of course, that's probably the preferable alternative, but it shouldn't be horrible.
The year-old $93 million project with the fancy new flyover as the centerpiece should be done just before Christmas.
Here's another big eye flashback. We have learned that landscaping is not part of this I-25 Paseo project. We've also learned it could take years to spruce up the interchange and cost millions of dollars. News 13's Gabrielle Burkhardt has been tracking down this story tonight. She has the very latest. Gabby?
Dean, if you drive the interstates at all through Albuquerque, you've seen the city has made a serious effort to put in landscape along them to make the city more attractive. That won't be the case around I-25 and Paseo for quite a while. After a year of construction and $93 million, the Paseo project is almost complete.
It'll be nice when it's done.
But just how nice, we'll let you decide. The fancy new flyover surrounded by dirt and mulch will stay that way for a while.
Typically projects that the state is involved in, the projects don't include landscaping.
The city has definitely put in efforts to beautify areas along the interstates. Trees, watering systems. City officials say all contribute to the city's impression.
You know, everyone wants their neighborhood to look nice.
But nothing like this shows up in the renderings around Paseo.
It just doesn't look nice. I don't know, all the dust, everything blowing around.
I think that the landscaping surely makes it a lot nicer, and so I think it ought to be a priority.
In fact, the city says it'll cost an extra $6 million to landscape after the Paseo project is done, and that they'll make plans over the next few years. It's reminiscent of another major project. When the Big I was finished more than a decade ago, the landscaping was scrapped due to a lack of money. A few years later, the city split a $10 million price tag with the state to spruce it up.
I think it matters. It makes the city look better and look nicer to place to come.
But when that will happen here and who will foot the bill hasn't been decided.
It's usually municipalities that pay for it, but like I said, something could be worked out in this situation possibly.
The mayor's office will work with the state on funding for landscaping around the Paseo interchange. Back to you.
Gabrielle, thank you. The DOT says there will be grass growing around the interchange, so it won't just be dirt for the next few years until that landscaping gets done.